Hey, it is Mindful Monday, and this is Izzy. And today I want to kick us off with a challenge this week. Each day I'm going to provide you with a live video that I'll be sharing in my group. So if you're in my group, I will post it in there so you can find it very quickly and easily. But we're doing an abundant mindset challenge this week. And I'm doing this because I've heard from so many of you as I've been reaching out, checking in with people. And if I haven't checked in with you yet, don't worry, I'll probably get around to you soon. I'm going through the list. But to check in with everyone and see where everyone's at and what the struggle really is with a lot of people. And I'm finding that a lot of people are getting into a lack of motivation. And it's really becoming a mindset issue because I know so many of you all know what healthy choices you should have, what exercise habits you should have. It's not that you don't know it. And there might be some higher level things that you don't know, but most of it is that you're just lacking the motivation, that you're feeling stressed, that you're feeling overwhelmed. And so I want to provide you with an abundance challenge. Okay, so day one, let's talk about what abundant mindset is. So abundant mindset, and I wrote down my notes so I'll stay on track because you all know that I can get all over the place. Abundant mindset is practicing that prosperity consciousness. So it's allowing us to choose optimism over pessimistic mindset. You're choosing to see the world in a positive sense. And I say choosing because it does take active energy to see it that way. So that you have to become aware that every time a negative thought goes through your mind, you have to say no and you stop it. And you say, where's the positive? Where's the silver lining? What am I learning from this challenge? Or what good is going to come from this? Or maybe you're going for a walk and you're just like, okay, I'm going to see 5 things I am grateful for while I'm on this walk. So it's really practicing this like gratitude and this ability to see optimism. And the difference in abundant mindset is that we call it scarcity or abundance. Now, with scarcity, it means that there's a limit to everything. That you think that there's only enough, or that you just need enough. And so when we get into this, I have to do this or this, that I can only choose one. If you really hear this, these are things that we were taught when we were a child. We were taught that you need to make one choice, not too many. But as an adult, that's no longer true. That was what we were taught because it was to make it easy on the adult. The adult was telling you to choose. But in all reality, can't we have our cake and, eat it too? Yes, as an adult we can. And that's often where we might get ourselves in trouble, is because suddenly we're an adult and we're like, all those things I was told as a kid I can now do. But for some reason, we've gotten stuck in that limiting scarcity mentality, thinking that we can't. And you can. So, for example, I love this book, and I mention it all the time, The 4-Hour Workweek. It's one of these top seller books. Now, granted, I'm not saying we're going to all have a 4-hour work week because that takes a certain level of setting up. But why can't we have a 4-day work week? Why can't we have more vacations? Why can't we have more time? Why can't we have a life that we love? Why? Because you've often been told and taught scarcity. You've been taught that life is hard. How many times did you hear that as a kid? So we're practicing getting out of scarcity and into abundance. So then if that's what scarcity is, what is abundance? Abundance is you can have it all. Abundance is trust. Abundance is believing. Abundance is allowing yourself to be grateful for what you have and not necessarily ignore all the negative, but at the same time, like, not get caught up in it, not give it your attention. And so I like to think of this as, like, for us parents, the positive reinforcement that is happening a lot in the schools, was happening in the schools, where they're like, we're not going to reward the negative behavior. We're only going to reward the positive behavior. Well, we need to do that with our lives. The same thing happens with a child's mind. When we reward the positive, they start acting more positive. And when we reward the negative, they'll keep doing the negative. And so we do that with ourselves as well. So when we keep rewarding ourselves and focusing on the negative, we're attracting in more negative. And when we focus on the positive, we keep finding more positive. And we'll talk more about this as well as we practice more mindfulness and mindfulness practices and meditation within the meditation course that I'll be teaching this next month. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, go over to figleaffitness.com and get on that wait list, because I'll be releasing the tickets available for that one. And I'm doing it at a super low rate, super low rate. All 4 sessions are only $35. I probably won't ever do it that cheap again. So make sure you're on the wait list to get signed up for that. So abundant mindset is thinking bigger. Abundant mindset is trust, is hope, is love. And scarcity mindset is fear and lack. And so this is where, again, we get to choose. Do you want to live in optimism? Do you want to live in hope? Do you want to live in love? Or do you want to stay in fear? Do you want to stay in survival mode? Do you want to keep adding more fuel to that fire? I hope not. So a little bit about me and some programs that we have coming up. So we have our 10-day jumpstart to your health challenge, and you can sign up for that now. You can go to figleafyoga.com and get signed up for that one. It's on the online course platform, and that content's going to start dripping out on the 28th. And so we'll be going through health challenge as well as mental energy challenge and fitness. There's so much in there, and it's a lot. I'm putting a whole lot in there, and I'm offering, again, just for October, because we're kickstarting fall, is a great time to start your New Year's resolutions. New Year's is not the day. And if you've been to one of my lectures, you will hear all about that. So fall is the best time to kick off your goals and your health challenges. So get in there, get registered for that. Again, I'm going to next challenge, raise the price, double. So get in there while you can. It's only $37 right now. And then of course the meditation course coming up as well. So also when we talk about energy, we need to maintain our energy. So I call this energy hygiene. Just like you would bathe your body, we need to take care of our mind, and we need to take care of our energy. And I'm sure any of you all that have been in a yoga class and after yoga class and you feel amazing, you've released all the junk that's sitting in your body, the energetic junk, and you feel really good. And most of us only go to a yoga class once a week, just statistically. And that once a week can really help with a hygiene. But what if you were to take a shower only once a week? You're going to really feel good after that shower. But how do you feel good all the time as you maintain it? And that can be done through the physical practice of yoga or the mental practice of yoga, which is meditation. And so I really hope to help guide you all in developing a home practice of meditation. And then another course that'll be coming out later is a home practice of meditation and yoga, and how we really bring that into full picture. But with this one, really like washing our mind every day for 5 minutes. It's totally doable. Totally doable. And for today's challenge, for today's homework, which you've all been waiting for, I'm sure, is I want you to write down a list of your wants. The things that you want for your own health and well-being, mentally, physically, energetically, whatever. It can be all of them. It can be one of them, things that are on your mind. And I'm going to give you an example of one. And this is probably all going to be on your list. I want more time. So raise your hand, comment, who wants more time? I posted a while back. There was this question that was going around, and it was like, if you had 1 extra hour each day, what would you do with it? And at first I was like, oh, what would I do? And then I started getting angry about this. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, really? Like, we're going to sit here and think about what we would do for an extra hour, but I guarantee none of these people are going to actually wake up an hour earlier just to do these things. We have an extra hour. What if we got off our phone? Oh my gosh, okay, if your all's phones tell you how many hours you've been on your phone, could you cut out an hour of that each week? Mine went up last week, and I was like, I've got to start putting the phone down. Because really, how much time do we spend in procrastination, in avoidance, in distraction, because we don't want to do what we're supposed to be doing, and we're wasting time. We're wasting time that we could have an hour of everything we want. And that's typically because we are stuck in survival mode, in scarcity, in lack, in pessimism. We're not allowing ourselves to see the big picture. So I want you to create a list of at least 5 things. At least 5 things that you really, really want that would help transform your health. And if it's something like, I want more time, I want you to ask yourself, why? Why do you want more time? And you're going to write something down. And then you're going to ask why again. And you're going to ask yourself why 5 times. And that's going to get really challenging. And you might have to talk it out. Maybe you have your partner or a friend, you read them the list, and you're like, okay, just ask me why. And this will give you a good reason to have a conversation with a friend. And share this with them. Say, I want you to do this challenge with me. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm seeing you. Oh, thank you for joining me. Yes, and so meditation is a great way to do your energetic hygiene, your mental hygiene, your mental fitness. You know, we forget about these things, and we forget about them until we've hit rock bottom, until we feel the anxiety or the depression or the physical aches and pains. And then we start to say, maybe there's something more than just the basics I'm supposed to be doing. And so we'll be getting in deeper into this and really like listening into our heart as well. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Share this with a friend, tag a friend, get them involved in this challenge with you. If you know someone that's been feeling a little low and they need a little boost, let's do this. Mwah.